evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is For Peat's Sake. This is a 40% ABV, no age statement, blended Scotch whiskey. So this is one of those interesting brands you could find at Total Wine, or, places that can get a hold of their bottles in general, but most likely at Total Wine. And we don't really know much about it, supposedly, and I'll read the front of it. Intensely smoky and peaty with an earthy, full-bodied flavor. Distilled, mature, blended, and bottled in Scotland. Angus Dundee Distillery. So I'm interested on what a peated Scotch in the budget range can really do. So as always, we're going to be trying this two different ways. First way neat, no ice, no water. Second way, we'll add a drop of water, see how it changes up. And yeah, I've actually purchased quite a few budget-friendly peated whiskeys recently from Total Wine. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hang around for a bit. We're going to see if they're really worth that money or if you should be better off just saving up your money going up to the bigger boys. So let's give this a go. Obviously, being what this is, there's most likely color added to this. There's no way this is naturally that dark. There ain't no way for a blended Scotch. I truly doubt it, because that is dark orange. Yeah, that's dark orange. Pretty looking, but probably color, which, whatever. Well, let's go for notes. Oh, there's a little peatiness going on here. I wouldn't say intense, but there is a peaty. Wow. I was really kind of going to write that off. I was like, nah, there's no way. Yeah. Peaty, smoky, and there is a big layer of sweetness on here. And obviously this is going to be made, again, for budget people, either trying to step down from a higher dollar product or somebody wanting to get into peated scotches. And honestly, it's not a bad nose. A little sweet, earthy. The grain does show up a little bit here. I'm going to assume there's probably a good amount of grain Scotch going on. Almost a little rubbery, like the burnt rubber note. Yeah. But actually, it's not too bad on the nose. You can tell it's young. It's got that bit of brightness going on. But it's honestly not too bad. Yeah, all right. Well, let's go for taste. It's actually not too shabby. And again, going into this, the mindset of this is budget friendly, it's not too bad. It's very thin. It's not complex. It goes a little ashy here at the finish, but I'll see if we can walk us through on flavor profile, because actually I don't think that's bad at all. Earthy, a little light smoky peaty going on. It goes a little grain heavy right here in the mid palate. So you get that bit of sharp grain note, a bit of like almost apple juice sweetness. And then it goes very narrow, very quick, and kind of goes more just bitter with a little bit of the earthy peaty smoke going on still. Again, and you can definitely tell it's 40%. It's very thin. There's not a lot of complexity going on. But the initial isn't actually too bad. And I'm going to give that credit for this, because for that price range that we're going to talk about here, I don't think that's horrible. Yeah. And by now the third sip, a lot of your smoky characteristics have kind of gone away. You still get the peaty earthiness though. And again, it does go a little bright. So it's a little metallic, but it's actually not horribly bad in that section. That's not bad. Still drinks thin, still has that bit of bitterness here at the end as well. Maybe a little oak character, a little bit of that wood impact actually is showing up too. Yeah, there's a bit of the oak going on here, and I think that might be bringing out some of the bitterness, because I noticed it here at the end, mainly. But that's not half bad. It's okay. I've had a lot worse. Not that that's a ringing endorsement by all means, but I've had worse. Right, so under most circumstances, when we add water to a smoky Scotch, the smokiness dissipates almost instantly. So I'm expecting that, and they tend to either go sweeter, or in a rare case, they can go more metallic. I'm really curious on this one, being it's 40%, going more budget. So let's go for notes. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Goes apple sweet now. It's actually really nice. All things considered. Again, we got to go with the right mindset here, people. It's not bad. Apple sweetness. Bit of that. Actually, it holds up a little bit of that smoke. It's grasping to stay on. But a little bit of the smokiness is there. The earthy peatiness is still showing up. Yeah. That's not... It's very, very similar. Besides, it's losing a lot of the smoke character. And actually, it goes a little lighter in that grain note, too. That's not quite as apparent. All right. Let's go for taste. And as expected on the taste, it's speedrunning flavors. There's not a lot of... This seems a lot more complex now. But I will say it seems like it's removed a lot of the bitterness. That barrel bitterness that I was getting here at the finish seems to be kind of gone away. It does have a little bit of the fruit sweetness going on. The earthiness is still showing up as well. It maybe goes a little more metallic. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to say it does go maybe a hair more metallic. It's a couple percentages more. But honestly, for an intro to a peated Scotch, but it's not half bad. All right, well, let's talk about market price, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. And I'm paying about $22 for this. And honestly, it's not bad. It's really not bad at all. I give it a lot of credit because I'm trying to go in this again with an open mind. If you're looking for an intro to a smoky Scotch and you have $20 in your pocket, I don't think it's bad. Do I think, would I buy this over something like Ardbeg or Lafroy, Lagavulin, any of those peated smoky Scotches? No, of course not. But they're 2-3 times more expensive. Well, at least in my market, like Ardbeg 10 tends to be about $56. Lagavulin 8 tends to be about that same price. Lafroy can be up into the 60s plus for me. And I think that's one unfortunate thing about peated Scotches is that it tends to be a higher intro to get into them. Unless you just happen to find a good sale on them or something like that. Is this as good as those? Again, no. But I think that if you said, Garrett, I really want to kind of get into smoky peated Scotches, but I don't want to spend $60 on a bottle that I'm afraid I'm not going to like. This is lightly peated in its flavors. It's lightly sweet in its flavors. It kind of gives you a good intro to what peated can be, but I wouldn't do it for my everyday drinker. But I actually don't think it's too bad. It's a little thin, it's a little watery on that, but I think with the right mindset of it being a budget-friendly mid-20s, you're looking less than $25 for this. That's cheaper than what I can pick up Johnny Walker Red Label for. Johnny Walker Red Label is usually about $20 to $26. Like $20 if I go to Total Wine, $26 if I buy it locally. Black Label tends to be in the mid-30s to low 40s in my market. Yeah, it's crazy around me. So for $20, if I wanted to get into peated Scotches, I would definitely pass this over to somebody and say, at least give it a try for $20. But again, I don't think it would replace any of my other peated Scotches. So yeah, there you have it, folks. For Peat's Sake blended Scotch whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.